Imagine you're an engineer designing one of these high-speed trains. You're given this formula. M is the mass, which is 444 tons. V is the speed, which is 262 kilometers per hour. Here's the twist. We need to figure out the energy, which is represented by E. Stick around to the end of the lesson and we'll solve this question. Welcome back to the pyramids of algebra. Each pyramid unlocks a new math skill. In our last videos, we conquered these lessons. But now we're exploring the last pyramid, which is substitution. In this video, you'll learn two essential keys that unlock this process, making it super easy to follow. Let's unlock the first key. In this section, you'll discover what substitution actually means, why it's a game changer in maths, and how it powers real-world problem solving. But first, do you remember our second definition of algebra? Algebra is the language used to describe patterns with any number. Let's bring this to life with a quick throwback. In our Introduction to Algebra video, we tackled a simple question. A class has 30 students. How many shoes are there in total? Did I count every shoe one by one? No. I spotted a pattern. People have 2 feet. So instead of counting, I used a shortcut. I replaced P with 30 and calculated 2 times 30 equals 60. That's substitution in action. It's the ultimate math superpower, transforming algebra into real-world answers fast. Now think back on your math journey. How many times have you actually used substitution? Let's see. Area and volume, where you plug in dimensions. Speed, distance and time, where you figure out travel times. Finance and investments, where you calculate interest. Statistics, working out averages, probability, predicting chances, and so much more. Every time you've used a formula, you use substitution. But here's the kicker. There's a hidden technique that makes substitution even more powerful and assures you that you get your question right every time. Let's uncover it in the second key. In this section, you'll discover a visual demonstration of substitution, the exact steps to solve these questions, and the secret trick that ensures you get the right answer every time. Let's start with a powerful visual. Imagine a machine with a conveyor belt. Every algebraic expression is its own unique machine. It takes an input, processes it, and gives an output. Let's look at this expression. Before we dive in, what's the hidden operation between the 2 and the x? That's right, it's multiplication. Now let's see this machine in action. Example 1. Find the solution when x equals 4. To answer this question, we replace the input 4 with the x. Then we complete the calculation to get the output. In this case, 2 times 4 equals 8. Then we add 3, giving us 11, which is the output. Simple, right? Let's try another one. Example 2. Find the solution when x equals 5. To answer this question, we replace the input 5 with the x. Then we complete the calculation to get the output. In this case, 2 times 5 equals 10. Then we add 3, getting us 13, which is the output. Notice the pattern? Different inputs create different outputs. Now let's remove the visual and try one mentally. Example 3. Solve when x equals 10. First, let's make sure we write down the expression exactly the same. Now let's replace 10 with x. Now calculating, we get the solution equals 33, and we are done. But how do we make this process foolproof? Let's create clear steps to follow every time. Step 1. Write down the algebraic expression or formula. Step 2. Substitute the given values. Step 3. Solve the expression. You'll often see the word evaluate in these questions. This simply means find the solution. Now remember at the start of the video, we were faced with this problem. We had the following formula. Now let's talk about the secret weapon that ensures that you'll get the question right every single time. The secret weapon is your calculator. As you progress in maths, calculators become more common in tests. But the trick isn't just using it, it's how you enter the equation. Imagine you're an engineer designing one of these high-speed trains. You're given this formula. M is the mass, which is 444 tons. V is the speed, which is 262 kilometers per hour. Here's the twist. We need to figure out the energy, which is represented by E. After we write down the formula, next identify that M equals 444 and V equals 262. We can use the calculator to help calculate. The secret is to write down the formula exactly the same, but instead of the letters, insert brackets into the calculator. This gives a visual on replacing the letters with the specific numbers. Using brackets allows the calculator to understand the expression, especially if you need to substitute negative numbers, giving us an answer of 15,238,968. You now know all the key information on this concept. However, can you solve all exam style questions? Watch this next video to master questions easily.